Hi, in this video we're going to have a quick look at some of the miniatures from Wiglaf. They primarily specialise in Dark Age and specifically Anglo Saxon. So this is the bag of miniatures that's sent to us from Wiglaf, and they sent us quite a good range. With each pack you get these like collectible cards. They're like promo cards. They're basically of the miniatures, painted miniatures. Which are quite nice to use as reference, painting references, and obviously a business card. So we've got all of this pile. I'm just going to put them into types. So we've got cavalry here. So they sent us 3 different cavalry, 3 different horses. As you can see that they're quite nicely sculpted. There is some flash on them, but I mean overall they're pretty clean. Some nice detail on the actual cavalry. I'll try and get that in. And obviously we've got what looks like a warlord there, a cavalry standard bearer, and then a standard troop type of cavalry, to give us an idea of what this range of miniatures, what different types we have. And these are all 18mm, the entire range, and it's Dark Age Anglo Saxon. Next batch we have are the unarmoured spearmen. We've got four different poses here. They're all armed with shields, apart from this chap here, who will obviously be the standard bearer. Most of them are unhelmeted, apart from this particular individual here. They all have small axes. Now there is some flashing on some of them that will need to be cleaned up, as well as mould lines. So just flip these over. As you can see, the detail is really good on these. At this scale they're really nice miniatures. There are some mould lines in places that will need to be removed, but overall I mean they're quite nice figures. So the next lot we're going to bring in and look at are the armoured spearmen. Again, we've got 4 different spearmen. They're all helmeted. They all have chainmail tops. This individual here has a cloak, so you could use him as the unit commander. We've got shields. And this guy has got what looks to be armoured leg braces, a slightly fancier helmet, which is why I said you could probably use him as the arm unit champion or commander. They're all carrying swords as well, as you can see. This one's also got a slightly small cloak. And again, there are some flashing on them in places, but I mean this is kind of to be expected with metal miniatures. And there are some mould lines in places which will need to be, like I said, will need to be removed. But yeah, again, really nice figures. And like I said before, they're Anglo Saxon or Dark Age, 18mm. They'll work well with if you're looking to play Saga at this scale or around this scale, sort of 15 to sort of 18mm scale. Then these will work perfectly for it, along with various other games, such as Lion Rampart or Dux Bellorum. Or I mean, there's plenty of rule sets out there for this period. So next we'll do these guys, the more elite warriors. And these, again, all helmeted. This one looks to have a helmet that looks like a Sutton Hoo helmet, and a sort of more like plate chest piece. Though I'm not sure if that would have been metal or leather back in that period of the early medieval period. But the rest are in chainmail, all with shields, small sayaks. Again, there is some flashing on a lot of them. I think you will also probably need to clean the bases up, underneath the bases up slightly before gluing them onto a more round base. Let's turn these over. The detailing is really good on these. They're really nice. So they are really nice figures, and great for this period. So that's a nice set there. So let's move those out of the way. He also sent us some archers, a couple of archers. Yeah, again, there's a lot of flashing on them, but you know, they're metal miniatures. That's something to be expected. These are unarmoured. This particular fellow's got he's got no headgear. This guy's got what's a cloth type cap. They've got sayaxes, so they're not just armed with the bow. Let's flick it over. Both have a quiver of arrows. Quite nice. These will paint up really fast, these guys. You know, they're detailed, but they're not so detailed that they won't be a quick and easy to paint. These will paint up quite quick and easily. Which, when you're doing an army, painting any sort of army, the faster and easier it is to paint them, all the better. Anyway, the final miniature I've got is a commander. Now obviously this guy's a lot more detailed. He's got a cloak with fur-lined cloak. The helmet's a lot fancier. We've got the Sayak scabbard has got some detailing on it. There's a belt going on here. There's a lot more to him than just your normal sort of half guard on elites. The helmet, this looks to me like what I'd expect to see on a sort of late Roman rather than Saxon, but I mean I might be wrong. It just could be that he's got a helmet styled on a sort of late Roman. Anyway, we've got fur on the back. It's a good commander figure. Again, there's some cleanup needed required on him in places, but not too much. Overall, quite a nice mini. The miniatures from this range are really quite nice. Wiglaf only do the one sort of army, which is the Anglo Saxon Dark Age. Currently, I don't know if they plan to expand into any other factions, sort of like Vikings or Britons, stroke Welsh and Picts, those type of miniatures. But at the moment, you can get Saxons, and they're quite nice. And you could quite easily, you know, go Saxon against Saxon in early Britain. So those are the miniature range from Wiglaf. Wiglaf is owned and run by Daniel Mercier, and most people probably know Daniel from the abundance of rules he's written over the years. Everything from Lion Rampart, Dox Bellorum, as well as a supplement for Songs of Blades and Heroes. And those are just a few of the ones that he's written. And more recently, there's been like Arrowstorm. Now, there is only the Anglo-Saxons in the range at the moment. They are 18mm, so they will fit in with 15mm games. They're roughly, there's not much size difference really between 15mm and the 18mm, so you could field these against someone with a 15mm army. Likewise, you probably could field them up against someone with a 20mm army. They kind of sit in between the 15mm and the 20mm, which makes them kind of fine great as an army, because you can, if your opponent's got 15, they're fine to go against 15. If your opponent's got a 20mm, then they're fine to go against 20mm. But obviously, you'll need to use all the miniatures from this range from Wiglaf. They're great looking miniatures. I quite like them, and I quite like the scale. I kind of refer to them as 15mm heroic. But they're slightly bigger than 15mm, but there's not much in it. And a bit like normal 28 miniatures in comparison with sort of like some of Games Workshop stuff. Games Workshop is 28mm heroic, more on the sort of 30mm scale. So those are that particular range from Wiglaf. And we are going to be looking at over in the next few weeks some of Daniel's rule sets, and we're just getting together a video for that, looking at some of his rule sets, as well as looking at some other medieval rule sets that are available out there. Anyway, that's all for this week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.